Hi guys, I'm Sonal and welcome to my channel. Today on this channel I'm making bone broth. So I'm making a bone broth out of chicken bones which I buy locally. They're really cheap. You can make it out of beef bones, chicken bones or pork or whichever meat that you like. You want to buy bones which have joints in them because you want this broth to be full of collagen, and the bones are the ones that have all the collagen and the gelatin which has all the goodness. So this goodness you want to bring it all into the broth, and then you want to drink it for good gut health, for good immune system, to get minerals into your diet. It's high in calcium, potassium, collagen, which is great for skin and nails and bones. It's great for arthritis. It's great for any leaky gut issues or gut issues because it heals your gut, and it's very nourishing. So we are making bone broth in this particular way because this is a way to draw all the minerals from the bones into the broth. It's very similar to how you would make any chicken broth, but the only difference is that it's cooked for much longer time. So if you're cooking it in a pressure cooker like I am, you would cook for 2 hours in a pressure cooker, which is a very long time. By that time the bones and the meat is completely disintegrated. Strain the broth and use the broth. So if you're not using a pressure cooker, you can cook 16 to 20 hours to get a perfect bone broth. And once you put this broth in the fridge and you take it out to use, you will see that it's completely jelly-like. That's when you know that this is a good broth, because it has the gelatin from the animal's bones. So that's a perfect broth when it's jelly-like. And after you heat it and you drink, it's again in a liquid form, so you can drink it in any which way that you want. You can add spices. I have a special spice blend that I add to it, which is great for health. So it's an Ayurvedic spice blend that I make. I'm going to share the recipe someday, but today I'm going to add salt and pepper to my broth and have it. So let's go ahead and see how the chicken broth is made. This is about 1 kg of chicken bones. I'm going to add it to my pressure cooker. To this I'll be adding about 2 liters of water, almost to the top of the pressure cooker, leaving some gap at the top. Half a teaspoon of salt. You can add a little more. This is 1.5 teaspoon of apple cider vinegar. Some of it has spilled over already. The reason to put apple cider vinegar is because it brings out all the goodness from the bones. It brings out the minerals and the collagen and the gelatin into the broth. So it will extract all the goodness from the bones into the broth. So you can use whichever vinegar you like. You can use white vinegar. So I'm adding half a teaspoon of turmeric. This is purely for flavoring and for health. I have 1 onion here which I'm going to split into 2 or 3 and add to the broth. I've already washed it, so the skin is clean. I'm adding half a teaspoon of garlic paste now. You can add whole garlic if you want. You can just crush it along with the peels, and since we are going to strain the whole thing later and get a clear broth, it doesn't matter if you use the peels. They will only add to the flavor. You can also add other spices if you like any whole garam masala, whole spices like cardamom, black cardamom or cumin, and even cinnamon. So whichever spice you like, you can add at this point, because we are going to strain out everything in the end. Now I'm going to cover the pressure cooker and let it cook on a very low gas for 2 hours. If you're cooking it in a pot and not a pressure cooker, you want to cook it much longer. You can also cook it in a slow cooker or a crock pot. So you can let it go for 12 hours in a crock pot, or even on a gas on the lowest for 8 hours. So here is the pressure cooker after cooking for 2 whole hours and cooling it completely down. So let me open it. So let's take a look. Here you go. This is the wonderful bone broth, and the chicken from the bone broth is completely cooked. So you know the bones will almost fall apart too, not just the flesh, but if you see, even the meat and the bones will completely fall apart. So you can't eat any of this chicken. I strain out all the bones and I store the broth in a steel container or a box like that with a lid in the fridge or the freezer, depending on how long I want to store it. So I have a funnel and a strainer on top. There's some more. I'm going to fill 2 to 3 containers and then taste it. I've taken a cupful of bone broth. To this I'm adding about 1/8 of a teaspoon of salt and some black pepper. So these are my 2 containers of bone broth, and one will go to the fridge and the other one will go into the freezer. So this is what it looks like when you refrigerate it for a couple of hours. So I'm going to taste my bone broth. Before adding the salt and the pepper to the bone broth, you want to give it a quick taste to see if your salt, if the salt is perfect. If not, then you can add a little more salt. So this is my bone broth with some salt and pepper added. Let me give it a quick taste. It's such a complete kind of liquid food because it's full of the nutrients and as well as full of flavors, and you don't get as many calories, or you're not getting out of your state of fasting. So it's an ideal food if you want to stay in your water fast state and you still want to eat something or feel like you've eaten something, so that you feel a little satisfied. Your brain is a little calm, so that you're not looking for food all the time. And I love this broth, and until you taste it, you are not going to know how fulfilling it feels, how satisfying it feels to drink this. So please find some time and make this broth at home. I really insist that you give this recipe a try. It's an excellent food or an excellent soup for children. I add this to rice while cooking rice for my kids, because sometimes they get bored to drink the broth as it is. So then I cook their rice in the morning with some bone broth instead of water. Also, you can add it to pasta dishes or any kind of different soups, even if you make a thick soup for your children, your family. But as a ketogenic dieter, this is exactly the thing that you should be drinking throughout the day for great, perfect health. If you like this recipe, please give it a try and let me know in the comments how you liked it. Click the like button at the bottom and subscribe to my channel. Thanks for watching. Bye.